Hey everybody, this is Grumpy Old Guy Gaming, and we're back with another horror video game double feature. This time not necessarily based on movies, um, though there is a bit of a cinematic tie-in. The first one of these we did captured a couple games, and I gotta be honest, they were some of the most fun I've had this October with retro games. We did Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Halloween, the unlicensed games for the Atari 2600. Here, we're sort of going in the exact opposite vein with a couple games that I had fun with for all the wrong reasons, and we're going to start with Midnight Mutants for the Atari 7800. This game features the likeness, as you could see there, of Grandpa Munster from the Munsters, Al Lewis. He was the big, Hollywood get for this, I suppose. And you can see he's trapped by Dr. Evil, not of Austin Powers fame. This was a little before that. And you play, I think, his nephew or something. And you're just kind of running around here. I had no clue what to do the first time through this game. It looks like an old sort of Atari 7800 or DOS game. And I remembered reading in one of the advice tips in my first playthrough, if you go to the menu, he'll give you some advice depending on where you are, that there was a dagger up this way. So I've got a dagger now. See the little semi-humorous quips at the top of the screen there. This place drives me batty because there's bats flying around. It's dumb, but it's my level of humor, so I'm going to enjoy it. Down on the bottom there you have a health gauge and a blood purity gauge. Don't know why you can't, handle those zombies with the knife. Maybe something else gets them. Right away I get attacked by a dog there and it just takes me down in no time. So I'm going to pop in here. It says a cross will protect me from bats. That's something I'll hold on to for later, I guess. But I use my healing potion there, which means I'm sort of at a loss for healing items at the moment. See a heart right in the middle of the square, but I can't get to it. Beware the crypt. Simon detests all humans. It gives you a different phrase every time you enter a screen. The ultimate Halloween nightmare, Midnight Mutants. Well, at least that's a... See, I said it does it every screen, and now we've had 3 transitions with just the advertising pitch. That's a pretty good pitch too, save for the fact that if you're seeing it, you're already playing the game. Simon Yeager worked with Dr. Evil. Good to know. You didn't have LinkedIn back then, so you needed the games to tell you that. This says, this plasmic pumpkin smells rotten. Yeah, Grandpa's trapped in the plasmic pumpkin. You gotta save him. The little plot there at the beginning was they burned a witch at the stake. She vowed to return, and in 1992 she returned and, started raising things out of pumpkins and put Grandpa in one. Icy shivers run down your spine. Rumor says Damon Muller was blind. I'm not sure what that has to do with anything. Here we're sort of out in the pier, and just all kinds of zombies out here. Probably not a good place for me to go. Really wondering what's up with the glowing head guy there. And we're just mulling about. It says, use this menu to select. That was the most useless sentence ever. There's a headless guy. Just having some fun with this. These were 2 games I was sort of disappointed in overall on gameplay, but you really can't go wrong playing any sort of game in when you're gaming. If you're not having the most fun, it's kind of your goal to look for something fun. Something I realized real quick with the pattern these birds were flying in is that they really couldn't catch me if I was running left to right. So that screen was no worry whatsoever. Gonna cut across, see what's over here on the right. There's a little church. Let's check that out. Kind of creepy. Nice detail on the stained glass. Shame it's only one window repeated over and over. Still, good detail on the window. Got a couple bats. Hey, there's a cross. told me that would protect me from bats. Going to the chapel, oh no. We're gonna get buried. I'm not even gonna pretend I've got a good singing voice. If you're a fan of the oldies, you go ahead, just roll that one off. I'm not touching that. Check out the graveyard here. That's looking pretty rough. You know what? What the hell? Why not? Well, that's why we got zombies and ghosts, and I'm dead in a matter of seconds. So that's Midnight Mutants. They keep kicking the crap out of me. Gonna transition here real quick to Beetlejuice, the LJN game for the Nintendo Entertainment System. One of my wife's favorite movies, and it's showtime. Got a nice little likeness of Michael Keaton's Beetlejuice there. And this is a not so nice likeness, and if there's one thing that's less pleasant than the graphics of this game, it's the physics. Granted, I'm playing on a knockoff USB controller here. I'm not playing on anything super fine-tuned or anything, but that was a tap and it flew me right over the edge. So I gotta be feather light on here, which is a problem because I've usually got sort of a lead thumb for the direction pad. But your goal is to just sort of jump, and you have a stomp here, but I never did figure out what that was useful for. Here you're going through this little house here. You got to avoid those torches and the laser light lamps of death, or else that happens. The light hit me for 1 second and I turn into a scattered pile of bones. This game is difficult in the frustrating sense, as the controls are kinda slick, but not in the good way. Find yourself going a mile further than you wanted. And the patterns are pretty unforgiving. Here I sort of luck out, get to that flower, and I hit that switch, which turns the lamps off and activates the little cloud platform. Why is it a little cloud platform, you ask? I'm asking too. There's a cauldron with a fish swimming and jumping in and out. That's sort of weird. Come up to this other one here, and I'm going to try and get off center so I don't get hit by the fish. So I got hit by the fish, and now I got to find a way up there because the switch is right in the middle of those two platforms. Get up, hit the switch, and down. Once again, heading to that platform so we can move up to the next floor, but not before being rejected by another fish. Fish could play goalkeep. Here we got a shark in a bathtub. Real simple obstacle to dodge there, just move right to left. And we've got more fish jumping out of pots. Really weird place. I imagine it smells just delightful. Book up there, let's check it out. I've found the Book of the Recently Deceased. Tells me to enter the recently deceased information booths to obtain scares. Okay, so we've read about a half a page of a book. Now we're set. Got another switch there, got that, and fall to our doom. Yeah, even though we know there's safe platforms down there, if you fall off screen, you're done. So we're already hitting our first continue here, and we really haven't done anything. That switch is done. We got a little cup and ball thing there, and another ledge to miss. Folks, if you enjoy bad physics and frustrating falls from bad physics, this may be the game for you. I just couldn't do anything. Last time I got no response on the jump. I hit the button just about the same way, and I double back so far I miss everything. There, that opens up the exit, which is an already open window, and takes out the obstacle. So now we're on the roof with a random bug. Gonna jump on these clouds here. If there's anything Super Mario Brothers has taught me, it's always jump on clouds. Do some quick stomping. A lot of bugs. It's been a while since I've watched the movie Beetlejuice. I remember him eating a bug at one point. I remember a couple gross out things, but I don't remember insect humor being this prevalent. I don't know what I was doing there. I just had a stupid moment. I'm like, I wonder if I could jump down. So I hit down in the jump button and didn't think to line myself up with that platform. That was dumb of me. So this, I'm supposing, is the recently deceased information booth. You see our little shrunken head person there from the movie, and he's offering us different scares we could buy with our vouchers. We have 150, So we're going to buy the Medusa head, probably check that out later, see if it's like a short-term power-up or something. We got 50 vouchers left, so we're just going to exit the store awkwardly because I didn't have a manual or anything to look at, and I have no clue what button it is. Turns out it's down on the direction pad. So there you see our one Medusa head in the scare thing, and we have 3 lives left. You could also check out the hits you've taken. That little sprite flicker sort of indicator about 3/4 of the way up the screen, maybe 4/5. I don't know why I'm trying for that little cloud there. I'm not sure what I'm doing in this area at this point, except for dying a lot. Now we got little bees to contend with, so I move down, and this seems to be the right direction. Maybe there's another platform coming up here, and I completely forget, if you can't see it, it doesn't exist. I died again. This game was frustrating. I cannot stress that enough. Very frustrating game for me to play. I recorded this at the end of a pretty long day. Another death there leads to another continue screen, and I am none the wiser. Now, I did see some cloud platforms there, and I really didn't notice it till re-recording. I could have just tried to go down that way, seeing what was over there. But instead I'm sort of fixated on a way to get up on that tree, thinking there's going to be a door to something there. Did not enjoy this game in the least, but we're getting some footage out of it, we're getting some commentary out of it, and you know, we're celebrating all facets of Halloween, so I'm putting these 2 games out in tribute to the house you went trick-or-treating to, and they gave you a roll of pennies. Hoping for some candy, maybe a can of soda, and you get pennies. Appreciate the thought, but there's gotta be better. Like, and who takes all that time rolling pennies? Like, I don't know if trick-or-treat's as big as it is now. When I was a kid, certainly doesn't feel that way in this area, but like, there were a lot of kids trick-or-treating. I'm just jumping off the ledge at this point. Folks, this has been an experience. Thank you for watching as Beetlejuice bemoans his awful luck. This has been a Grumpy Old Guy Gaming with a horrible video game and gameplay double feature. Thank you all very much. Enjoy your Halloween. Again, we're doing Halloween stuff all week here to finish out. We'll talk to you next time.